There was an emotional reunion on Friday night's Don't Be Tardy, and not the good kind. Kim Zolciak and husband Kroy Biermann came face to face with their dog Sinn for the first time since he savaged their son's face. The episode opened with dramatic CCTV footage of Kroy running to the car with Kash in his arms immediately after the attack. Both parents teared up as they recalled the traumatic day the once beloved family pet bit the 4-year-old, almost costing him his sight. "All I could see was dripping blood everywhere," his still shaken dad recounted. The 32-year-old footballer revealed he was using a leaf blower at the time, which the dog wasn't a fan of. His back was turned when the attack happened, so he didn't see the strike, but turned when he heard the dog barking and his little boy screaming. Kash was holding his bloodied face in his hands, and Kroy thought the worst when all he could see was multiple lacerations. "And no, I knew the severity of it when my husband just has tithes streaming down his face," Kim cried, her own face looking the exact same as she remembered. Welling up, Kroy recalled how he didn't know for 7 hours if his son would be blind, and the relief when doctors eventually told him he would fully recover. "It makes you realize your health and the health of my children and husband is all that matters," Kim said. "Everything else is just gravy." Her eldest daughter Brielle described the attack to her boyfriend Michael Koppich over FaceTime. "If it was a centimeter above, he would have lost his eye," she recounted. His whole eyelid was hanging off. While obviously concerned for her little brother, she admitted she was a little worried for the dog too, expecting him to be dead or gone after the attack. Koppich, however, had more sympathy for Kroy and how terrified he must have been having witnessed the attack. "I don't know if he hates or will kill Sinn. But he's probably pretty pissed at him," he replied. But hate is exactly how Kroy felt about the animal, as he and his wife discussed how they were going to deal with him. With them so focused on their boy's recovery, they admitted they had been avoiding the issue of dealing with Sinn. Kroy wanted to destroy the dog, but Kim was worried about the emotional effect it would have on Kash, who loved the dog and was constantly asking for him. "I would have bet my life's paycheck that this would never happen," Kroy exclaimed, clearly struggling with guilt, having been the one supposed to be watching Kash. "I thought I was paying attention enough, but obviously I wasn't," he admitted, his voice cracking. "The trust is gone. There's no way you could repair that," he asked. "I know he's part of our life. I've wrestled with this for days. I didn't see any other option," he said. "I hate him. I hate him right now. The minute it happened, there was one option: put him down," he said. "I hate him. But it doesn't mean I don't love him." Getting upset, Kim snapped that don't just stop loving someone after 3 years. "The only reason he exists is if Kash wants to see him," she said. "I don't want him to have any emotional scar from this." It was then family chef Tracy's turn to cry after revealing she was the one who brought Sinn to the family. "I'm open to an investigation," Kroy concluded. "But I won't be taking it very f***ing far." One person who didn't get much sympathy was Kim's estranged mother Karen, who had learned about the attack on TV and texted her daughter asking her to call her sometime. "She's never even met Kash," Kim spat. "I don't give two fks about my mom texting right now." Kash, meanwhile, seemed to be taking the whole incident in his stride and didn't seem too upset about his still disfigured face. Kroy could be seen urging his other children to be very careful around him so as not to risk busting his stitches. "I'm so glad that Kash is tough," his 6-year-old big brother KJ told the camera. In the end, Kim and Kroy agreed to meet an animal behaviorist for one more expert opinion before they decided Sinn's fate. He was clearly against euthanizing the dog, arguing that a 140-pound dog could cause a lot more damage if they wanted to. It wasn't a latch-on, was not a malicious thing, he argued. A cheery and oblivious Sinn was then brought by his trainers before the couple, who could barely look at him. "I hate him," Kroy reiterated, as the behaviorist suggested getting a comfort muzzle and moving his crate to a quieter area of the house. The duo agreed to sleep on it, but Kim conceded that because Kash's dad was the one who was there when it happened. Ultimately, Kroy will make the decision.